Hey you guys, it's me Kiana coming at you today, and today I am cooking Parmesan encrusted fish. I'm going to show you how to fix that, and we're going to have a delightful lemon dill butter sauce on top, and we're going to also fix some sauteed kale greens. I'm going to show you how to make that, and as you can see in the title, it's going to have a couple of things, but it's going to also have bacon. So this is a great dish that you can fix, as all of my dishes, of course, on a budget as well. Delightful, delicious, economical, packed with flavor, and it's going to be quite impressive once you plate it for your family or whoever you're making it for. So I'm just going to take me some greens. I buy them like this, which are already triple washed. Now you can also wash them again if you like, but these are the kale greens. What this does is it cuts time in half, and it allows me to be able to fix this in a quick hurry, and also know exactly what's in it versus going to a restaurant. So all of my dishes that I share with you guys are not only delicious, but they're also easy. It's just about placing it with or pairing it with certain items. So I hope I'm able to show that and share that with you guys. I'm going to break it up in videos. You're going to be able to see the Parmesan encrusted fish with that lemon dill butter sauce on top. That's going to be on a separate video. But right now, we are going to make our greens. So, it's a few things you're going to need, you guys. All right? You're going to need a little salt. You're going to also need a little pepper, but you want to place that at a certain time, a perfect timing. Why? Because sometimes pepper in greens can make it taste a little bit more bitter, and kale is already a vegetable that has a little bitter taste to it, so you want to place that pepper at the perfect timing, and I'll show you and talk about that as we go along. The other ingredients you're going to need some garlic, some diced onion, and of course bacon. Now as you can see, I use the lower sodium bacon. This is 40% lower sodium, so that's just a preference of mine. I don't use it because I have high blood pressure or anything. I just like to cut wherever I can if it's at all possible or feasible. So that is what I use, but you can use whatever you like. You can also use this dish with a little bit of ham if you like. So be creative around the holiday time when you have that leftover ham. You know, freeze a couple of pieces, throw it in a Ziploc bag and throw it in the freezer, and there you have it. You can just dice up a little bit of ham and put this in this dish as well. That would be a great added addition and flavor. So what I did was I took the liberty already of chopping up the onion and also about 3 slices of that bacon. Now, you're going to saute that all together. That bacon not only adds flavor, you guys, but it also will supply the oil that you need in this dish. So you won't need any additional oil. The bacon grease is sufficient. Now, while we spread this out, we're going to go ahead and add a little bit of our garlic as well, you guys. Now, of course, seasoning is to taste, and that goes for the garlic as well. Some people are not fans of garlic. Garlic has a lot of health benefits, so I'll include some fun facts about that. But garlic is a great way to add extra flavor or extra layer flavor, you guys, without adding calories, carbs, and fats. And of course, for those who it applies to, of course, not adding any extra sodium. So we're just going to go ahead and saute that all up, you guys. Now, you guys know from my previous cooking videos over the past 2 years, there are many ways that I fix greens. Sometimes I fix them with neck bones, like Big Mama used to do. Sometimes I fix them with smoked turkey breasts, smoked turkey legs. which are delicious. Sometimes when I'm very adventurous, I do both. And you've seen that on my channel. But some people actually just want a sauteed green. I believe that greens can be fixed many different ways. All of them taste great. All of them are packed with nutrients. And all of them have wonderful flavors. But I think that it changes a little bit depending on the way that you fix it. Usually when I fix it with the neck bone and the ham hock and all of those things, that's more of a traditional southern or soul food way of fixing greens. This way, which is sauteed, this is with the way you'll find it in most restaurants that are not soul food restaurants. First of all, it's a really quick way of fixing greens. Second of all, it's not overcooked, and I know some people, when they're not they're not as versed in the kitchen, I'll say, they often overcook their greens. And when you fix it the traditional southern way, if you're not, careful and know what you're doing, you can quite overcook your greens. This sauteing method is a safer way. And this also allows you a little bit more control over when you want to stop the cooking process. So as you can see, this is getting there as far as being almost done. The onions are turning translucent. And the bacon, well, it needs a little bit more cooking, but we're almost there. Your garlic is browned, but not burnt. And we're constantly stirring to make sure that that doesn't happen. Once this is at a certain level or at a certain place that we want it at, we're going to add in some of our greens. This is what we're going to have with our Parmesan encrusted fish. And also, we can't leave out that lemon dill butter sauce on top. This is going to be our side dish. Now, you can use whatever you like as your side dish. You can maybe have a brown rice, or you can have some kind of pasta or whatever. As for me, I may be doing something different than you, and I am more focused on carbs. So, I'm going to stick with just the sauteed greens. Why? Because this dish, the entire dish, including the fish, will give me a very low carb count. So I won't feel like I'm depriving myself whatsoever. Alright, you guys, so this is basically done, you guys. And yes, that bacon is done. I cut from the end, as you saw in the package. So therefore, that was the fatty part of the bacon. So that's why it's going to look a little bit like this, where it's just like a little softer. But that's basically done, you guys. And as you can see, it's all already in your pan. So that's going to aid us with the sauteing method. I'm just going to grab some of those greens, which are already cut. And you're just going to go ahead and add that to your pan. Now keep in mind, greens cook down. So this amount, once we're all done and finished, you guys, and complete, you'll see that this is not even going to be a lot of greens, although the pan looks stuffed right now. And it doesn't take long for greens to cook down. It simply withers with the oil that's in the pan and also the heat. And it does so naturally. So we're just going to go ahead and just like basically work those greens into the pan so that it can cook down a little. And being a low carber, you guys, this will be something that you can just have this as a lunch. We eat a little differently than some other weight loss journeys or diet plans. And a lot of people don't understand the science behind it. But it's interesting. And it's definitely worthwhile researching yourself. And as you can see, it is actually cooking down pretty quickly. It's actually going to cook down to even more than this. And you'll see that. But we're going to continue to work that through. This will just be for me, because as you know, Nene does not eat meat. And being that it's bacon in it, this is not an option for her. But for you guys out there that are interested in fixing it the vegetarian way, just simply eliminate the bacon. All other ingredients will still give it extra flavor. But of course with bacon, it just gives it a little extra something. Now, of course, bacon has a natural salt in it, so you don't have to add a whole bunch of salt. But I did get the reduced sodium bacon because it's basically about a balance for me. I always add just a little bit of salt to my food, so I can basically balance it out. I'll get the lower sodium item and add a little salt to the food for taste, of course. And that just puts me right back at the sodium level or the salt level of what you would normally have with your full salt item. So in a few seconds we're going to go ahead and add in our salt. And we're going to go ahead and add in our pepper. Now the reason why I actually waited to add in the pepper is because when you cook the pepper with your sauteed greens as it's cooking, that's going to give it more of a bitter taste. If you add it towards the end, then you're getting the little spice and heat from the pepper, but you're not getting the bitterness. So as you can see, it's basically rendered down to about 2 servings. Or if you're eating this as your main dish, 1 good healthy size serving. Again, all we used was 3 pieces of bacon, and it gave us all of this bacon bits. So you can actually use about 2 pieces if you like, but 3 pieces I don't think is too bad. Of course, your opinion is maybe different from mine, but mine is the only one that matters because I'm the one that's going to be eating this. You do your way, and I'll do mine. So, as you can see, this is basically cooked down and reduced, but yet it's not overcooked, you guys. As you can see, the greens is still a bright green, and that tells you that you haven't cooked all the nutrients out. So this is a great way to fix it. Not only is it quick and tasty, but it's also a great way to get vitamins into you. So now we're going to add our little bit of salt. And we're going to also add a little bit of that pepper. Again, making sure we add it at the end to cut the bitterness. We're going to stir it one more time. And then that is it, you guys. You have your sauteed bacon with garlic and onion. No, your sauteed greens with bacon, garlic, and onion. And that is it. So next we're going to fix our Parmesan encrusted fish with that wonderful lemon dill butter sauce. And that is going to be our dish for the day. Thank you for tuning in, you guys, and thank you for enjoying this video. 15 minutes, we did that from start to finish. And of course, you can actually do it in a lot less time because of course you're not going to be doing an instructional vid. So this just shows you that you can fix really great dishes within minutes, on a budget, packed with favor, and low carb. Thank you for tuning in, you guys. Stay tuned for the Parmesan encrusted fish, and be blessed.